Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Dr. Herbert Harris, and this is Success Mentorship class number 431. Wow. And our topic for today is one that has been, I won't say lingering, I'll say one that has been in my mind, in my thoughts for quite some time. And I think that many of us probably have the same thoughts about whether we missed something in our lives, whether there were missed opportunities that would have made all of the difference, and that maybe we might not be living the life we were supposed to have lived because of these missed opportunities. Well, today we're going to talk about that because missed opportunities in the past are learning lessons for the future. So this is a powerful lesson today. So stay tuned, get your notepad, get ready. I want to thank, last week we had an incredible lecture, an incredible talk. I won't call it a lecture, I call it an experience. And Ginger Hannah shared her program, You're It, How to Play the Game of Life. And Ginger, we enjoyed it. People loved it. And that should be your next audio book or video book, because the way you laid it out really got folks excited and really brought them in and gave them a very simple way, a very straightforward way to say, okay, let me look at my life and see how I can make it better. So thank you so much. Of course, this is Dr. Herbert Harris, and I invite you to visit our website, herbertharris.com, and also to join the Success Mentorship Network, a network of people. We have a mastermind group on Zoom right now, a network of people who are committed to themselves to live the life of their dreams on their terms. So before we get started, let us get ourselves centered in a nice meditation. Let's sit straight up in our seats. Put our feet flat upon the floor. Close your outer eyes. Open your inner eyes. Take a deep breath and hold it. Let it out slowly. Take a deep breath and hold it. Let it out slowly. And in the space of peace and relaxation, we affirm, I am at peace with myself. Once more, I am at peace with myself. Take a deep breath. And as we release that breath, that peace that's centered within us prepares us for this message. I am open, receptive, and ready to learn. Let us affirm that together. I am open, receptive, and ready to learn. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. And so it is. Wow. This topic of missed opportunities, I think that at some point in our lives, we get to that moment where we ask ourselves, when we look back on our lives, like, what if I had taken that job? What if I had joined that business? What if I had let that relationship mature? What if I had gone back to school and gotten more degrees? What if I had written the book? What if I had followed that voice inside, that rhythm inside, that hint inside, that dream inside? And we can very easily become aware of, we'll call it the road not taken. Robert Frost wrote a poem, and he said, I chose the road not taken. We come to a fork in the road in our lives, and every fork is a decision. And he said, I choose the road less traveled. And so it's important when we look back at our lives, how we frame it. Do we see it as missed opportunities? Or do we see it as a present, a learning lesson, an opportunity to be more, do more, and have more? So the purpose of this talk today is really not to, it's really to transform regret. Anything that we felt that we missed in the past, anything we did not do, any path we took that did not work out, to reframe it in the present as an opportunity for growth. There's some interesting quotes about opportunity. One that I particularly, William Arthur Ward said something. He said, opportunities are like sunrises. If you wait too long, you miss them. If you've ever done a beach meditation, a sunrise meditation, one of the things that really fascinates you is how quickly that moment passes. All of a sudden it's dark, and just in almost in a split second, the light starts coming up, and it seems that the sun is racing across the sky. Ryan Robbins had one, though, that I really like, a quote that I think is very apropos for all of us. And it says, don't allow missed opportunities of the past interfere with the opportunities that are right before you. Don't let missed opportunities of the past interfere with opportunities that are right there before you. Abraham Lincoln said something very interesting. He said, I don't really have any regrets, because if I choose not to do something, there is usually a very good reason. Once I've made that decision, I don't view it as a missed opportunity, but just a different path. And so that's really a nice framework for us today, that whatever decisions we made in the past were based on our level of consciousness at that time. So we made that decision informed at the level of our understanding, of our education, of our comprehension of the situation in which we were experiencing at that time. And so let us look. There's this myth of a perfect life, that many of us look at our present situation and get into the coulda, woulda, shouldas. And somehow people have this thought that there's a perfect life. I remember, and we've seen it on television, the picket fence, 3 kids, 2 dogs, a cat, a picket fence, 2 cars. I mean, the perfect life. And that's almost saying that there's a single door that you walk through to get happiness. There's a single path, but that's just not true. Life is not a single track. It's not like a railroad track. Life is more a landscape. It's filled with choices, with detours, with lessons. And the great news is this: God is not limited by our mistakes. I'm going to say that again. God is not limited by our mistakes. So we may be like the prodigal son in the pig pen of our lives, but there's always that God consciousness. There's always that good world, that aura of abundance, that source for everything we desire. In the book of Romans, it says, all things work together for good to them that love God. Now, it does not say only the good things. It does not say only the bad things. It says all things, the successes, the failures, the disappointments, the victories, the opportunities missed. And so that's a powerful thought, because It's really a framing and attitude that wherever we are, whatever's going on in our life right now, there's always a good outcome possible. Wow. That's a big transference of thought, folks. Because we can sometimes get so buried in the past. We can be so stuck in a hole that we never look up to say, oh my God, the sun is still shining. I'm in this hole, but the sun is out there. So God has a remarkable ability to weave all of our experiences into wisdom. And when we talk about God, this is not religion. This is the awareness of possibility, the awareness of the infinity of all things. So there are basically three types of missed opportunities. They're the opportunities we never saw. Many opportunities passed by and we didn't even recognize them as an opportunity until they left, as that sunset. We waited trying to find our sneakers and our shoes before we went out on the beach to watch the sunset. And by the time we got our hair done, put our sneakers on and went out, the sunset was over. It might be an introduction that could have changed your career. You just didn't know that that person across the room had taken a look at you and said, man, that looks like a very sharp person, but you never went over to introduce yourself. Maybe a relationship that could have taught you something very, very valuable. You know, it might have been a book idea. You know, one of the things I'll say to everyone who's listening is that when ideas come to you, write them down. Write them down. Because I guarantee you 20 minutes later, you won't remember it. Now, I don't like to make that kind of prediction, but there is a possibility that you won't remember it. The one thing for sure is if you write it down, you got it. So we often expect opportunity to arise like fanfare. It's like something, boom, I'm here, you've made it, you're great. You often see yourself walking onto the stage to receive the Academy Award. But opportunity often comes dressed up as hard work, as uncertainty, as inconvenience. Thomas Edison said, opportunity is missed by most people because it comes dressed up in coveralls and looks like work. Many opportunities are visible only in hindsight. And this is one of the reasons why your power of intuition, we talked about it before. Many times the truth of an opportunity, the truth of a situation speaks to you through your intuition. And one of the ways that you will stop missing opportunities or stop missing seeing opportunities that are always there is to listen more and rely on your intuition. That voice inside is saying, go speak to that person. That voice inside saying, buy that book. It has a message in there that's just for you. The second type of missed opportunities are opportunities that we're afraid to take. Fear has probably stolen more dreams than failure. Fear of rejection, fear of criticism, fear of embarrassment, the fear of looking bad. How many people have not done something, have not gone out to make a move, to do something that could change their lives only because they didn't want to look bad? People are looking at them. The fear of making a mistake. How many books remain unwritten because you keep thinking people will judge it? I got to write it perfectly. I can't just let my flow come. I got to do it perfectly because people are going to judge it. How many businesses you don't start because you fear losing money? And I'll give you a toughie, folks. How many relationships never develop because you couldn't be truthful, because you could not be vulnerable? So fear steals, takes, undermines more opportunities because it keeps telling you to wait. Not now. You're not ready. But readiness comes through action. The moment you act on it, you're ready. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's just not being overcome by fear. The third missed opportunity is the ones we intentionally ignore. Let that sink in for a minute. There are many opportunities that we intentionally turn away from. We know that they could change our lives, but we just don't do it. We procrastinate. We delay. We convince ourselves that there's another one coming along. Ben Franklin said something very powerful. He said, "You may delay, but time does not." Someone once said, "You may fool Mother Nature, but you will not fool Father Time." One of life's greatest lessons is that opportunities have expirations date. And so if you don't act on it, very often a good idea that you have and you don't act on, 3 months later, 6 months later, you'll find your very idea being acted on by someone else. Man, I should have gone and done that. The good news is that specific opportunities may disappear, but opportunities come every day. Opportunities emerge just like every breath you take. The breath you take right now is a great one, but you have to release it to take another one and another one. So what's the real cost of missing opportunities? It's not money. It's not professional. It's not social. But it's because when you miss opportunities, you disconnect from your own potential. That's really the cost of missed opportunities. When you pursue the safe path, the practical path, that's not really the path of your soul. So you never harmonize with the vibration of your purpose. Henry David Thoreau said that most men live their lives in quiet desperation. And quiet desperation occurs when we abandon our dreams, when we think we don't have what it takes, when we think we're not worthy of a particular outcome, when we accept existing instead of living life fully, instead of thriving. We get so focused on surviving, we forget about thriving. So it's not, the tragedy is really not that we fail. The tragedy is that we stop trying. So knowing this cost, these possibilities of a life focused on missed opportunities, what can we do? Well, there are 4 steps that we can take to recover from missed opportunities. Step 1, forgive yourself. You cannot move forward carrying a backpack of self-condemnation. The plane that is your life will never get off the ground if you have too much baggage, too many self-blaming, self-undermining thoughts. Remember this, you made the best decisions you could at the time based on your level of consciousness. So you did the best you had with what you had to do it with. That's the point in life. You played the hand you're dealt and played it masterfully. And that's really, I think back on Ginger's conversation, that's really what it's about, to take what you have and make something work with it. So release the guilt, release the shame, release the judgment. Forgiveness opens the door to new possibilities. Step 2, every missed opportunity contains a lesson. I remember in thinking about this talk, I made a list of many of the missed opportunities I had in my life, and the list kept going, and I had to finally stop. I'm like, so what? Look at all these things I learned from. So when you look at the missed opportunities, reframe it and say, what did this experience teach me? What did my procrastination end up costing me? So now I know I need to always take action in the present. What wisdom did I gain from not doing something? What wisdom did I gain from missing this opportunity? What wisdom did I gain from going through this experience? How have I grown? You see, pain is valuable when it produces wisdom. Pain is even more valuable when it produces action. Step 3, reconnect with your vision. One of the most powerful thoughts, concepts in the Bible, in all spiritual treatises, is that idea that where there is no vision, the people perish. If you have no vision, if you let the missed opportunities pull you away from your vision so that you got out of rhythm and harmony with your purpose, then once you've forgiven yourself, once you've extracted the lesson, now reconnect with your vision, because your vision is always the source of your action. So dream again. So you fail 100 times. Imagine again. You know, I'm going to give you a prediction. Next year, America's Got Talent. I'm auditioning. I'm going to win it. I'm just not getting in it. I'm getting in it to win it. So I'm saying to you, it's never over until it's over. And guess what? When it's over, you'll be the first to know. Most people stop dreaming because they fear disappointment, but vision is the birthplace of transformation. One of the great superpowers we have is the power of vision, the power of imagination, and it is unlimited. I've been practicing, there's a contest going now to sing the Star-Spangled Banner. And one of the things you have to be careful about is sharing your vision with other people, and even people close to you, people who love you. And I told someone close to me, I'm going to enter this contest to sing the Star-Spangled Banner at the 250th anniversary of the country. And they could not stop laughing. They said I was too old. I can't sing. Oh, they had a litany, and I realized right then, don't share your vision with anybody. And even people you think may be supportive, sometimes the vision is just for you for an appointed time, and let that vision be a seed in you and let it grow until it's so strong that it can handle any criticism, any negativity. When you revisit and reconnect with your vision, you'll feel a source of energy. It's almost as though you get a shot in the arm. It's like, yes, I'm going to write my book. Yes, I'm going to go back to school. Yes, I'm going to make this relationship work. Yes, I'm getting out of this relationship. Yes, I'm tired of living my life according to somebody else's expectations. I'm going for it myself. And then finally, step 4. Take one bold step. You know, many of the 12-step programs, it's all about, let me get through today. Let me do what I'm supposed to do today. And if I can do everything I was supposed to do today, then I'll deal with tomorrow when it comes. And then tomorrow becomes today. And let me just get through today. Take a bold step. Not 10, not 100, just one step. Make the call. Register for the class. Write the first page. Develop a schedule to create. Launch your website. Start the conversation. You see, The key to success is small actions consistently executed create momentum, and momentum creates success. So you don't have to do big, you just do little things consistently. Someone says, how do you eat an elephant? Bite by bite. How do you build a dream? Day by day. So back to the question now that we look back at the missed opportunities and now we recast them, we get rid of the regret, we eliminate all of that, then the question we started with, did you miss the life you were supposed to live? No. My answer is no. You may have missed certain opportunities. You may have taken certain detours. You may have made some mistakes. You may have delayed. You may have stumbled. But if you're here today, if you're still alive, if you're still in the game, you're still breathing, you're still learning, you're still growing, then life is still inviting you. Life always has a purpose. So the fact that you're alive today means that God, the source, the reason for your being, is calling you to keep going, to do it, to get it done. It's not too late. The time is now. The life you were supposed to live is not hidden in the past. It's unfolding in the present. You did the best you could with the level of consciousness you had, but now you have a new level of consciousness. So then the greatest opportunity now is not behind you, it's before you. It's standing right there in front of you. It may be quietly just waiting for you to reach out. You know that principle, seeking you shall find, knocking it shall be open, asking it shall be answered. You have got to take action. So let's wrap up this morning. There's no such thing as a perfect life. Life is based on the choices we make and the actions we take. It evolves based on our level of consciousness. The point is grow. The more you know, the more you grow, the better your life can be. There are 3 types of missed opportunities. Opportunities you never saw. Rely on your intuition now. Pay attention. Opportunities you were afraid to take. Overcome those blocks, those fears, those criticisms, knowing that they're just dress rehearsals for your success. Opportunities that you deliberately ignored. Flip that script so that you say, I am deserving, I am worthy of all the good things, I'm worthy of all the blessings, all the abundance, all the good life that I'm supposed to have. Remember that regret about what you did not do, you got to release it. Those key steps to get rid of the impact of missed opportunities in your lives, to forgive yourself. You did the best you could with what you had to do it with. Embrace the lesson, looking at every situation as an opportunity for growth. Reconnect with your vision so that you can see better, you can see more, you can feel more, you can experience more. And take that bold step, that one step, that action step, that step that will make all the difference in your life. Because when you can do that, every missed opportunity becomes a seed for greater possibilities. When you do that, you recognize that yesterday, the past is a lesson, that the future is a possibility, but today is your opportunity for growth, for action, for being, doing, and having anything you desire, no matter what. So thank you for having the courage to live the life that is still waiting for you. It's a great life. It's a good life. It's a life full of health, happiness, joy, success, prosperity, and abundance. in every way. So it is. Thank you so much for listening. This is Dr. Herbert Harris. This is our Success Mentorship class number 431. I invite you to visit our website, herbertharris.com. Those of you on Instagram, thank you for joining us. Be sure to check out our profile on Instagram. Those of you who are at that point in your lives where you're not sure what the next step is, reach out and schedule a success consultation. Go to our website, herbertharris.com. Go to our profile on Instagram. Because truly, the best is yet to come. And so it is.